Welcome to the Leadership TKO podcast, your source of strategies and insight to make you a winning leader. With no further ado, here is your host.
All right, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to each and every one of you. This is the Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. And this is a podcast, a part of the Leadership TKO radio station. Now, remember, of course, this is connected to the Leadership TKO brand that's housed under the iLead Company, LLC. And, of course, LLC meaning a limited liability company. And iLead stands for the International Leadership Education and Development Company. So once again, welcome. Now, the whole goal of this podcast, the station, the brand itself is to be able to build winning leaders. That's essentially what we do. But the mission is to partner up with associations, small businesses, universities, and faith-based groups to build winning leaders. All right. So that's what we're here to do. So we always encourage you to visit our website to learn more. We do have 2 locations for the iLead Company. We have an iLead SOE or School of Empowerment that's located in Nigeria, Africa. And then we also have the United States headquarters that's here in Chesapeake, Virginia in North America. Okay. And so if you want to learn more about the iLead Company, it's ileadcompany.com. So ileadcompany.com. ileadcompany.com. That is the website where you want to go. Now, if you want to learn more about the brand and the services that we offer, I do encourage you to visit www.leadershiptko.com. leadershiptko.com. That will be the website that you want to go to for more information about the brand and all that we offer. Now, remember, with this particular company, we do have several subdivisions, and that's how we have created this new layout. So before I talk about the layout, before I talk about the topic for tonight, I am going to go ahead and share on the social media platform that we leverage the most, and that is Facebook. You all know that, for most of you, we're connected on Facebook, and if we're not connected, I invite you to send me a friend request. You can be in Germany right now. You can be in South Africa, in Ghana. You can be in France or in China or Pakistan. It doesn't matter where you are throughout the United States. Send me a friend request. And all of the links, including my profile link on Facebook and my fan page link, all of the links are going to be in the description area of this episode so that after we finish recording here, it's about 9:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After we finish recording, I do want you to go ahead and come back and look in the description area, click on the links and get access to this content and send me also a friend request so that we can get connected. I would love to learn more about you, get to know you, help you to get to where you're trying to go in your career as a leader. So once again, thank you. So let's go ahead and share. Join me in sharing with other people you're connected with on Facebook or even on Google Plus or perhaps on LinkedIn. Share on your timeline. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in, join me now as I am live, serving leaders. Okay, so go ahead and make sure that you are sharing. Sharing is caring. I love to share. I love to let people know that we're live here on the platform so they can come in and join in with me. So I am going to go ahead and do that as I'm speaking right now. Okay, as I'm speaking right now. So feel free to do the very same thing because that's what I'm doing. I'm also going to share right now in some groups. We have several groups that may want to join in with us. There's a Born to Lead 2017 group that I am going to share in and invite them to join me in live on the podcast platform. All right, I don't do that often. I've done that often before, but I haven't done it lately. So I wanted to do that tonight, share in that group. I am also going to share on some fan pages. I'm going to share on my personal fan page first and foremost. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Invite them, those who are connected with me on the fan page to join in. I am also going to invite those who are connected to the iLead SOE fan page to go ahead and join in with me. I know the time frame is different there. It may be in the wee hours of the morning right there, but we're also going to invite them. You never know if there's someone up who wants to tune in and listen in all the way from Africa, right? It's definitely okay. All right. So, and then we're going to also go ahead and share in one other place, and that is the main fan page for the brand, Leadership TKO. So I'm just going to say join. I have to change the wordage a little bit. Join Lakeisha. Of course, Lakeisha McKnight as she is. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I shared on various places, and I do encourage you once again to share with other people that you know. Now, today specifically is Winning Leader Wednesday. This is where we're providing you with general leadership development content. General leadership development content. And we always encourage you to share and allow other people to be built up to become the leaders that they've been called to be. And this is what we're doing on Wednesdays. We give you those leadership nuggets. We don't dive into it too deeply because we want to focus in on our central message. And if you're not aware of what our central message was for today, we shared it on the blog and we also shared it via video. Again, those links are going to be added in the description area, but the topic that we focused in on was 10 leadership skills the pros use. 10 leadership skills the pros use. And I talk about those on the blog post as well as in the video, but I will highlight maybe about 3 of them right now. Okay, 3 of them. But you definitely want to click on the link in the description area to read the entire thing. All right. So one of the leadership skills that I noted, is that in order to really be an effective leader, you really should know exactly what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Okay. You really should know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Overconfidence in your abilities is sure to really lead to a mistake. So instead, focus on strengthening any areas you feel weak in. Now, I always recommend that you focus like 80% of your time, or I should say a majority of your time, on your strengths, but focus just a bit of time, okay? Just a bit, maybe about 20% or so on your challenge areas. It doesn't mean spend majority of your time trying to make your challenges or your weaknesses strengths, because your weaknesses may never become strengths if it wasn't ordained by God for them to be so. Okay. So you always want to focus in on the most of your time, the bulk of your time on your strengths and help them to become better. They're not going to be perfect, but they will get better and better every single day. So for example, if you're good at walking the runway, and I know somebody that's listening in, I know she's really good at it. I know she's laughing right now. Okay. And I know she's listening in live because she just joined us. So if you're good at modeling and you're good at running, walking the runway as a model, then that is your strength and continue to improve upon it. Work it out every single day. If that means you're in your home and you're practicing doing your walk, down the runway, then that's what you do because that's your strength. But if you know that you're good at speaking, focus in on honing your speaking skill. Or if you're good at communicating well or listening well, then work on that every single day. But your strengths, spend a little bit of time working on it. It doesn't mean a bulk of your time. It could be 20 minutes out of your day. Okay. Focusing in on a challenge area. So that's what leaders do. That's what the pros do. They know exactly what they are. Get a sheet of paper, write down those strengths, write down those challenge areas. Be clear about it. I always tell people, be intentional about it. Purposely do it. There's no other way to put it. Purposely do it. Know what they are. Another skill that some of the pros use to really become a great leader. Okay. They always prepare thoroughly before meeting with their team members. Always prepare thoroughly. So that means, for example, before I came together and I was like, I'm going to do this podcast episode tonight, I had to know what I was going to do. I had to know what I was going to say, what area, what element I was going to transition into next, instead of just winging it and coming on the air and just doing whatever. I had to know it. I had to prepare beforehand, before publishing a blog post or before doing a video. It takes planning. Just like with meeting with your team members, whether it be a network marketing business, a coaching business, a speaking business, before you have a meeting, always prepare ahead of time so that it reflects upon you as a leader that you came prepared, rather than just having things all over the place and seeming as though you're scattered. So always be prepared. It's another thing that the pros do, right? And then another one that I mentioned in the video specifically, as well as on the blog post, is that it's great as a leader for you to show appreciation for your team. When was the last time you came together with a volunteer member of your team or someone that you contract out to do tasks to? When was the last time you said, thank you, I appreciate you for all of your effort and all of your hard work? Because that goes a long, it says a lot about you, and it goes a long way. You might not be able to give them extra money or increase their wage or whatever it may be, but just simply showing some form of appreciation is great. If that means giving them a card, if that means taking them out for lunch, just say, you know what, I want to treat you to lunch. These things, these sometimes what seems to be small things, means a lot to those who are part of your team. So do what you need to do. Plan in advance, but show appreciation for your team. Did you know that even if you're not in business, or let me just put it this way, even if you are in business, did you know that your family, your household members is also a part of your team? Did you know that? When was the last time you told your child, I appreciate you? When was the last time you told your spouse or your significant other, I appreciate you? Your team starts at home. Then it extends itself to people outside of your home, connected to organizations or your businesses or your ministries. So show appreciation for your team. Most people, all they want is a thank you, and they will keep on doing what they do. Okay, that's what they'll do. They just want to know that they're appreciated, that they're loved, that they're useful, that they're needed. Okay, so those are just 3 out of the 10. Be sure to hit up that blog post. Be sure to go to the link that's going to be posted very soon in the description area. Go to the video, watch the video version of it. All right. Super excited at the information you're going to be learning. I also kind of alluded to a TKO Global Leadership Mastery course. Yes, for those, I know that I've been giving you all tips and strategies and such on the blog, but now it's time to kick it up a notch. Okay, not just staying at this basic level. It's time for you to master this. Okay, get this thing down pat. Get this leadership stuff down pat. And we're going to focus in on it very, very soon. I'm going to be revealing more information about it, maybe even posting online if you want to be added to the waiting list. Because I always like to make sure that we have interested individuals on the waiting list who wants to know about the mastery course, rather than just saying, hey, it's coming soon, and, just having you waiting and waiting and waiting. I'd rather have you in a group where I can give you more information along the way and let you know when it's going to be available for those of you who want to learn about it and get plugged in. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm going to post that on my wall On Facebook, in just a few moments, I'm going to be posting that, if you want to be placed on the waiting list for this Global Leadership Mastery course, you can be added to that list. And we're only probably going to take, for the first time, for the first go round, we're probably only going to take about 50 people. So that will be noted on the post. Okay, it will be noted on the post. All right. So that is what our focus was on the blog today. But we also shared some information related to marketing, because we focused this day not just on leadership development, but also on leadership TKO for marketers. These are individuals who have businesses, and you do majority of your business online. And so therefore you market online. Okay. I posed a question. Be sure to go and provide your thoughts or your response to the question that I posed for marketing. I said, do you have a marketing budget? Yes or no? And then what platforms are used within your budget? So what platforms do you use to market your business or your products or services? So be sure to respond to that post when you are able. And it's on the timeline. You can't miss it. We also mentioned a few other golden nuggets when it comes to marketing. We said, to get to know the mind of your ideal customer, to discover, you really need to discover what motivates him or her to take action. Okay. That's what you want to do. To get to know the mind, you really want to get to know the mind of your ideal customer in order to discover. Okay. I'm going to make sure I put that in there. In order to discover what motivates him or her to take action. Get in their mind. How do you get in their mind? You ask them questions. Okay, you ask them questions. You get on a conference line with them. You post on your timeline. That's how you get to know them. That's exactly how you get to know them. All right. So those are just some of the nuggets that we shared on the timeline today to really get you going when it comes to marketing. Always note that it's best that you market your business every single day. Remember, people are not going to know what you do unless you market it, unless you promote it on a day-by-day basis. It may be in a small way, but marketing it every day, if possible, unless God says, not today, and take a break. I do understand those times and those moments, but try to market your business every single day. And then I'd also want to transition into this and talk about this. Now, some of you ladies, you're in business for yourself, and you're leaders. Okay, you're leaders. You're in the corporate world. You're a leader. You're a mom. You are a leader. You're a wife. You are a leader. You're in ministry. You are a leader. So here's my question to you female leaders listening in right now. It doesn't matter where you are around the world and you're listening in. Do you believe that you, as a woman, were born to lead? Do you believe that you were born to lead? Because there are over 1,500 women in a group who also believes the same. And they decided to join in or be a part of the group to learn more about a campaign where women are bringing their voices together to declare to mainstream society, to the naysayers, right, to traditionalists, that they are women and that they were born to lead. Well, these are women who want to take advantage of business and leadership training, women who want life skills mentorship and want that support network so that they can become the leaders that God has predestined for them to be. And if you are one of those women who want the support network, who want the training, if you want to really be that leader to represent other women in your state or in your country, I encourage you to become a member of the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And it's absolutely free for you to join and be a member. I'm going to give you some simple steps to take right now, very simple. Just make sure that you're on a laptop or on a desktop when you do this. So make sure that you visit a website. It's www.borntolead2017.com. That's BORNTOLEAD LEAD2017.com. When you're at that website, you're going to see a questionnaire. You're going to want to complete the questionnaire and then hit the submit button. That's going to take you over to a Facebook group where all of the members of the campaign are hanging out. Be sure to request to join the group. And at that point, you will be an official member of the campaign. Yes, it will be official when you request to join the group. And at that point, we're going to give you the next steps, okay? There's some things you may want to do, such as maybe getting a campaign image so that you can encourage other people to learn more about the campaign. And it doesn't take long to do, okay? Now, if you're one of those individuals and you want some more information about the campaign, you're like, Lakeisha, I need more information. I really want to be educated. Well, there's another website you can go to that will give you more info. And that website address is www.leadershiptko for FOR women WOMEN.com. So leadershiptko for women.com. That website will give you more information about the campaign and all the elements like the book, our events, our global reality show, as well as the upcoming virtual play. We'll let you know more information about that soon. All of that information, okay, will be included for you. Okay. And it's on that website. So be sure to visit the website to learn more. So I'm hoping, of course, today that you've grabbed a whole lot of great information and content right here, a part of the Leadership TKO Night Show via podcast. I am super excited because I know, right, that my whole intention is to provide value here on the podcast, to sow words that will transform, that will build up, that will edify you and help you to get to your next stage or your next season in life. And so I humbly say thank you for being connected to Leadership TKO. Remember, once again, encourage other women or men in your circle to get connected to Leadership TKO. If you need leadership training for your company, for your ministry, we're always welcome to receiving information about how we can make that possible for you. Be sure to leave some content in the comments area, or you can dial a phone number, 1-888-205-8834. All right. That number will also be added in the description area, just in case you want to dial in. But I appreciate you and I thank you. Remember, tomorrow is actually Pro Speaker Thursday. Pro Speaker Thursday. This is where we're going to be serving speakers. So if you are a speaker, you definitely want to tune in tomorrow because we're going to get some good stuff going. As a matter of fact, I know we have a special training that's going on tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the blueprint that people would need to master the art and the business of speaking. So I'm not sure if you registered. You want to make sure you do that now. Again, the website for that is leadershiptkoforspeakers.com if you want to register for that webinar. It is a webinar and it is going to be taking place tomorrow night. So you want to get locked in so you don't miss the content that's going to be shared. All right. So yeah, thank you so very much for tuning in on this lovely, lovely Wednesday evening. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9:00 for our next episode. But remember, until tomorrow, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.
Thanks for listening to the Leadership TKO podcast. To continue the conversation of how to take your leadership from good to great, visit www.leadershiptko.com.